is going on, guys? It's been a few weeks. I've had very little motivation to pick up a camera. I just been in a real bad rut. I've been real sick the past few weeks. When we went to Georgia to have the race, which I'm in the process of editing the video, so I'm going to post it, but it was probably one of the worst weekends we've ever had racing. We blew the door off the car, and 6 out of 6 times trying to make a pass down the track, the tire spun. So it's a weekend of racing. You know, none of us are thrilled about it. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. If you notice behind me, the car's not here. So yesterday, I actually took the car to the paint shop. Me, Austin, Jeff, and my buddy David, we all kind of got the car sanded down. We did everything here as much as we could without professional help. Austin has a good extensive knowledge of bodywork, and so does David. But every painter is different. Randy has his preferences, so we did as much as we could, and then he's gonna have the final nitpick. So I delivered the car to him yesterday morning. At 2 o'clock yesterday, the car had high build primer on it. I was supposed to head there today to start block sanding it and help him with things, but I've been real caught up. I went to Daytona to pick up the front bumper that Pedro did all the fiberglass work and fixed. Thank you so much, Pedro. You did a fantastic job. And now I've been home. As you can see, it's kind of weird having the garage with no Miata. But what I've been doing to try to stay busy is I had the diff. I kind of stitch welded the whole subframe. I'm not a welder by no means. I can just do it. So what I'm doing right now is on the front of the diff, you can see right here, there's a ring right here. And there's 4 magnets, and the magnets will actually pick up a drive shaft sensor. It's a drive shaft trigger. I have to have one on the front of the car and the back of the car, and with the Fuel Tech traction control, it'll take those 2 values and determine if there's a slip, and if there is a large slip, it will start doing an ignition cut, pull power out of the car. I think it removes boost as well, but it will pull power to help me regain traction and then make it down whatever I'm trying to race down. So that's what I'm doing right now. Kind of bent up a piece of metal. I mean, it's not going to be this big piece of metal when I'm done, but basically going to have that all welded on, and then that will be where I put my drive shaft sensor. So I'm getting my drive shaft shop axles and drive shaft today, which I'm super, super excited about, because that was one of the variables that I had no control over, and I didn't know how long they were going to take. So as of this point in time, today is March 5th. I have the engine back from the machine shop. I just have to assemble it with Miggy. I'll have the axles and drive shaft. The differential's back. It seems like the only variable is the actual car getting painted and having enough time to put it together. So Import Alliance is actually looking very, very doable at this point. According to my countdown, it shows right there, I have 23 days remaining. Oh. And I'm kind of super excited. I got a new phone. I got that new S20 Ultra. My Galaxy S9, the battery was starting to fail, and I just really wanted an excuse to get a new camera. But since I didn't feel like buying just a camera, I decided to get a new phone with the badass camera. So hopefully now on, that's what I record all my track footage on, or anything. I mean, I'm using my GoPro right now, but I use my cell phone for all like the racing videos and stuff. So that was on the old S9. So I'm curious to see how the new quality is going to be with the S20 Ultra. So I'm excited. But I got a big ass mess. So that's what I'm basically going to be doing tonight. Tonight, my goal is to have the axles in, have the drive shaft sensor bracket done. So basically when I get the car back, oh, I didn't mention, my buddy Rusty let me borrow a set of daisies and a full rear subframe. That way I can work on this rear subframe while the car is at paint. So the goal is to have basically everything ready on this, besides the upper control arms and the brakes, which are on the other subframe he let me borrow. The goal is to have this ready to drop in the car. So what I'm trying to do is to have everything ready, literally just to slap in the car when it comes back. Just trying to save some time under this time crunch. So, I mean, I'd really like to get the car running and driving and aligned and tuned before I import Alliance, but to be honest, with the time, I'd be really happy just to idle on, just drive on the trailer and off the trailer under its own power. That to me would be a big accomplishment. So as you can see, like I said, about getting things ready to go, I got the turbo, everything back from powder coat, ceramic coat, the bars painted. So basically this assembly is ready to throw in the car once I get it back, and just miscellaneous things like that. So yeah, I got, you know, my Mishimoto radiator. I just got parts everywhere. So tonight I'm gonna go through and clean the garage, and I'm gonna keep adding little bits of video as I go throughout the day. So I'll catch up with you guys in a little while. Well guys, I got my drive shaft, I got my axles in today. I already put the axles in, I tightened them down. You can see into the spool, both sides. I got the bracket done for the sensor. So as you can see, as this spins, it's gonna hit a magnet and read. So, and also I got the strange yoke for the front of the drive shaft. So everything is good now for the drivetrain. I already fitted it inside the transmission. I got the correct yoke, so I am happy as hell. What's going on, guys? So I'm actually sitting at Randy's. We're assembling the paint booth today. We put on the roof panels, the filter boxes, and the car's been sitting outside baking. I dropped the car off on Thursday, and his crazy ass immediately put it in high build primer. That way we can find all the high and low spots, and we can also let it sit outside during the week to bake. I picked up my spare Racing Beat bumper and my fender flare from Pedro. He did the fiberglass work and fixed it because this is all busted up. That's the bumper I used to run. No, it's not for sale. So it's been a long night. I don't know, it's at 12:20 in the morning. And we're about to go get food because we're starving. But progress is happening and I'm excited. So more on the process. We got 21 days. We're gonna do it.